Oh, that was quite instant for it to show that I'm streaming on my phone. But YouTube pleasantries. Hello, I am Tidbit, she, her. I do voices, I play games, I design stuff, I do art, and currently we are doing the Apollo Justice Trilogy. We are currently on case number 4, and I feel like we're gonna end it this session. It's just everything's coming together. There's not many items that we don't know what they're about. And didn't we do the brain blast? All I did was raise further suspicion against my own clients. What do I do now?
What's the matter? You aren't thinking of throwing in the towel, are you?
But it looks so bad for Bucky! I mean, he had both motive and opportunity. Merry Christmas, doll! It is the 2nd of December. Whew, that means we're 1 month away from doing, like, a whole year of streaming. Yeah, goes by quick. You only get 52 spots if you do something every week. Not even 100. Plus, he has that injury on his forehead!
Your Honor, I sense that the defense is finally ready to let it go and move on.
Well, Miss Sykes? It's getting pretty hot in the courtroom right now. It's pretty heated, so let's turn on the fan. I understand that you don't want to give up your own client, but I won't allow you to prolong this trial without a good reason.
Well, that lawyer did her best, but all the signs point to the defendant.
Maybe it's time that she gave up.
Ugh, I really don't want her back down. But...
Can you start censoring "Let It Go"?
Silence! Athena. Are you having doubts about Bucky's innocence?
I wouldn't say that. It's just...
Do you remember what you said to Bucky earlier this morning? You believe me, ma'am?
Of course. No matter what, I'll believe in you to the very end.
Were those just empty words?
Of course not! It's just that all the cards are stacked against us.
Are you still stuck on that line of thinking?
What?
Motive, opportunity, and an injury to his forehead. Is that all it takes? Is that all it takes to make you stop believing in your client? Tell me again, who are you to Bucky?
I'm his chickadee lawyer.
Then do your duty and believe in him until the very end.
I will. Simon's absolutely right. I'm Bucky's lawyer, and he's depending on me.
Defense team, please! No fighting in my courtroom!
The defense is ready to resume, Your Honor. Prosecutor Blackwell was just giving me a pep talk. That's all. Thank you, Prosecutor.
I didn't do it for your sake. I did it for my sake. We're saving a soba shop here.
Is it possible stream's slightly quieter than usual? Yes. Yes, it is. How about now? It's very awkward trying to do tech support from across the chat delay. Same-ish. Oh, weird. On my audio input thing, it goes into the yellow when I'm talking. So, I'd have to say it's your headphones. Yeah, let me just mute my mic, talk for a bit, and then play it on my phone. Blah, 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 blah. I feel like your mic is slightly quieter than usual compared to the game and all. It's not a big deal. Weird. Well, we've run. It's still workable.
I did it for the future of Wet Soba.
Yeah, I got it! The defense would like to continue with Owen's therapy session.
Owen, would you be alright with that?
Okay. So, somebody was sitting on top of Chisho, bleeding from their head, and smooshing something into Chisho's face.
That's funny.
What is? How is a murder funny?
I still hear discord in Owen's voice, but I don't sense any inconsistencies between his statements and his emotions. And there don't seem to be any contradictions in his testimony itself either.
So that's it, huh?
Did you figure something out, oh wise sensei?
Your ability to sense emotions is making you focus too much on his feelings, Athena. But there's actually something he's being very vague about in his testimony. If you can clarify what he's feeling uncertain about with some evidence, you should be able to move forward from there.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense. I'll give it a try. I'll just update the mood matrix with the new information, and then we'll be ready to go. So, I just need to present some evidence on what Owen is being vague about. Huh. Well, it's the person on top, isn't it? Chisho had blood on his face, a knife in his hand. He was on the floor. Somebody was smooshing something. Uh-oh, health bar's still up. What do you think, Owen? Does this piece of evidence go against this statement of yours?
No. Not at all, lady.
Lady? But you're technically older than me! Look, Owen, don't call me lady, okay?
No, not the lady is just mad at me. Ah!
Miss Sykes, please don't make the witness cry. You lose health points with that. Hey, what are you doing? No, stick to the consequences of your...
Nope. Don't know how to name a person.
Objection!
With the evidence that I have.
Objection!
Let's put a name to the thing Owen's uncertain of, shall we? By identifying the murder weapon that was used to suffocate the victim. Fortunately for us, I spy the murder weapon right here in this crime scene photo. Is it that? With the weird crinkle on it?
Unfortunately for you, I spy nothing of the sort. And my depiction is law. And the police did not spy anything of the sort during their investigation either.
Chris Crinkle is not weird. What, is it being played by Chris Pratt?
Hey, I love being crinkle paper. I've always loved soba. Yeah, noodles, can't get enough of them. Pray tell, where is this murder weapon you see?
You didn't see it because it no longer looks the way it did when it was used as a weapon.
Oh.
This is what the killer pressed into Master Tornado's face. It's not here. So is it the noodles?
Take that!
The mystery person that Owen saw press soba into the victim's face, thereby suffocating him.
I grow wary of your tasteless jokes. How could anyone commit murder with soft, delicate soba? The noodles would instantly fall apart if they were pressed into someone's face.
Yes, I agree.
Well, I disagree. I disagree. There is a way the soba could have been used to suffocate the victim.
What? You explain your theory at once, Miss Sykes.
What if they... Not if they were straight. Pursuit. Dun it, dun it, dun it.
To kill Master Tornado, the culprit must have smothered him with... uncooked soba noodles, balled up soda noodles, uncut soba dough. Do we have evidence? Where's the 3? Frick, we don't have the 3 on hand to remind me how the process goes. So you make the dough pretty immediately. Then you cut the dough immediately, and then you cook it immediately. Here's a tweet the noodles liked of a thirst trap last week. That feels like a reference to something, but I don't know what, because I don't deal with Twitter drama. I want to say uncut soba dough. The culprit must have used the soba before it was cut into noodles. In other words, the murder weapon was raw soba dough.
What? What? Order! Order in the court! Yes, soba dough could definitely be used to suffocate someone, couldn't it?
No, just trying to prove the noodles are straight. I love that she points straight at the witness. It's because we're at a weird angle. It's like new context for the series. Oh wait, yeah, we did get to see where she was pointing. It was at the witness. I'm literally seeing it play out right now of the 3D. Yeah, she's just pointing over there. She could theoretically be pointing at Nayuta. And it's just... it wasn't meant to see the courtroom like that. Are you alright, Prosecutor Sedmahi?
I was just letting the soul of the victim know that the accused will finally face justice thanks to the foolish lawyer before me.
Huh? What are you talking about? I even didn't call you Sad Monk this time.
Allow me to summarize your statements. As the accused was killing the victim, he was slashed in the face by the victim's knife. The weapon he used to suffocate the victim with was the dough in the dressing room. He then disposed of the murder weapon by cutting the soba dough noodles.
Why, you smarmy?
Afterward, the accused put the victim's face into the bowl of soba noodles and broth to wash off the blood that had dripped onto the victim's face from his own.
Oh. Hey, are we gonna pull up... where is it? The autopsy report. Wait, no, it's the statement. Just Bucky entered at 10 and then 20. You can't make soba noodles in 10 minutes. It's so crazy to have Simon. Maya and Emma would never.
420.
It's 4 days. It's 10 days after my birthday.
But yeah, it's just, there's 10 minutes. Unless you can make us soba noodles in, 10 minutes.
Happy birthday. Say that in April.
To wash off the blood that had dripped onto the victim's face from his own. And there you have it, the true sequence of events behind this foul affair.
I might have. Now, wait just a minute. I never once said that Mr. Wet was the culprit.
Who but the accused knows how to cut dough into noodles, defense?
That is a very good point, Prosecutor Sadmonk. Prosecutor Sadmonky.
Simon does. Don't implicate him.
Just because he's the only one allowed to swear on the bench.
I've heard that cutting soba dough into uniform noodles requires considerable training. But then, what about the dying message? How do you explain that? The defendant wouldn't have known about Uendo's Owen personality.
Perhaps the victim was simply playing with the cards, and they hold no other meaning.
That is bullshit.
You can't just be like, no, it doesn't have meaning. Unless it was pointing to your client, then it has meaning. The judge doesn't know anything, but he knows noodles and time soba. He knows about noodle training.
I have hobbies.
Perhaps he spelled out Owen's name in jest sometime before the murder.
That's true. From Owen's testimony, it's clear that Master Tornado cared for the boy. It appears we have arrived at a compelling conclusion. Taken together, all of these points paint a convincing picture of the defendant's guilt. My hobbies are noodles and yaoi. Get more cases like that, and we'll have some wet noodles.
Owen, is there anything else you can tell us? It doesn't matter how small of a detail. Anything will do.
Oh, you're scaring me. Oh, I'm sorry, Owen. Auntie Athena didn't mean to raise her voice.
I have to be gentler with him. Can't forget he's only 5 years old.
No need to be scared, okay, sweetie? Just tell us anything you can remember. Well, when I woke up, the person who killed Shisho was standing over me, bleeding from their head.
Owen, you saw the killer's face?
Oops, I did it again.
Athena paints a convincing painting of her clients as the innocent Chad and Madi as the virgin Slyjack. She doesn't like the lady, but she doesn't like lady, but likes Auntie. Auntie makes me think of Auntie M from Wizard of Oz and Auntie Anne's old-ass mall pretzel store. You take that back. Auntie Anne's pretzels are great.
You're so delicious.
I like them. Why'd you call them old? Why can't you say yummy? But they don't feel like Auntie Anne's. Oh, they don't feel like Auntie Anne's young. Ah, yay. Old people make good food. Yep.
So, who was it, Owen? Do you remember? I don't know who it was.
I'm picking up some noise. That means there's still something to uncover in Owen's testimony.
I don't know what Owen saw, but suffice it to say, we're analyzing the dreams of a child.
You literally used Owen's testimony against Athena earlier.
You cannot be like, oh, it only works for me and not for thee. Fuck you. You've wasted enough of our time, Defense. Let it go and move on. Oh, right. You've wasted enough of our time, Defense. And move on. Happy Christmas, lovers?
No! There's still discord in Owen's heart that needs to be addressed. That Owen emote is me when no Taco Bell. Next time there's an Owen thing, I'll remove the text box for you. Therefore, I can't give in here.
Owen, do you think you can continue your testimony for us?
Okay.
I'll enter the new info and run an update. Then, gotcha. Yeah, it's okay.
Shisho had blood on his face and a knife in his hand. He was on the floor and somebody was smooshing dough into his face. I couldn't move at all. I was so scared, I passed out. And when I woke up, the person who killed Shisho was standing over me.
Huh? Why are you happy? Wow, what an image! No one is funny. Me when no taco, when Tasty Bell. Despite witnessing the culprit's terrible crime firsthand, Owen experienced a positive feeling, one of relief.
The person the witness saw was no stranger. Rather, it was the accused. Therefore, it is only natural that he felt some level of relief when he saw a familiar face. Defense, end this madness and sully your soul no more.
Owen, who did you see?
That nice smell. I love the smell. That perfume. Could we please have Taco Bell? Please?
Sully from Disney Pixar's Monsters Inc. #1 scarer.
You know, there's a scare. We sometimes get assigned to people who aren't always there, and so we need to pop out of closets whenever they switch to the younger persona.
That would be one hectic job. Whew. Bubble. I'll convince 1,000 friends before I let this noodle shop die.
Oh, I'll convict 1,000 friends before I let this noodle shop die.
It's the smell of...
You can do it. Try to remember, Owen.
Oh, the smell of...
Owen! Owen! Dead.
It seems Owen is now resting in the infirmary. They certainly have their hands full today down there. Let's continue with the trial.
Athena has officially killed a child after doxing them.
Despite Owen's testimony, it is the opinion of this humble servant of the Holy Mother that the child's words were insufficient to clear the accused of suspicion. Whoopsie.
But what about the scent of perfume Owen mentioned? I believe it's a clue that will lead us to the true culprit.
But there are thousands of perfumes in the world.
It could even be the scent of the hair product the accused uses.
He's got hair under there? Because I've noticed that there's hair color here,
and it's different from here. So this, I believe, is part of the hat. Because it looks like Noodles. Okay. He does use hair. You think Bucky wears perfume? Look at him! He's a neckbeard! That's his hair. Really?
He does have one amazing hairstyle, so that's certainly possible.
The witness is a 5-year-old boy.
Wow, gendering a child? How rude.
Well, it's obviously a boy.
Why do you say that?
Because look at his pants.
Hmm? Did Nayuta just admit to looking at small boys' pants?
No! Wait! No! He cannot tell the difference between conventional perfumes and hair products. His hair has more jiggle physics than the maid, Athena.
Ugh. Why couldn't you have gone for a crew cut or something, Bucky?
What's more, the only person who can cut soba noodles with such precision is the accused and no other.
Oh man, how am I supposed to argue with that one?
Here comes Simon. And so, the person Owen saw at the scene of the crime can only be the accused, Bucky Whet.
Huh?
What?
Huh? What the?
Hey! I never use hair products or anything with my smell. With a smell. If I wore something like that, it'd smell good into the noodle, into the soba. Boom! Check it.
It's two different hair colors.
Free soba.
Ugh.
Mr. Wet, aren't you supposed to be resting in the infirmary?
Whatever! Ugh. You think I let my soba stink of old perfume? Try add chilled soba for yourself and see!
He looks like he could be a background character in Disney's Hercules. It's a wig.
Oh, yeah.
I believe we have no choice but to try it. Strictly for examination purposes, of course.
He canonically avoids perfume.
Yeah. But I imagine he also, like, keeps himself clean because he admitted of just, like, nothing with the smell. If I smell, the noodles smell. So I keep myself clean.
Now then, let's dig in, shall we?
Dang it, it's not an hour in, otherwise I could pop open my can. A drink.
That was delightful. Well, I'm satisfied that there are no traces of hair product or perfumes in Mr. Wet's soba. First, sweet bean buns and now savory soba. What a delectable trial this has been.
This texture is different from the soba I had the other day. It reminds me of a dish we have in Karine called Banupun. What you think, Miss Jiggity? My soba is pretty good, isn't it?
It's delicious! Don't you think, Simon?
It still pales in comparison to his late father's cuisine.
Sign me! Why you always gotta be so hard on me?
headed back to the infirmary at once for some rest.
Rest! Hey! I ain't a ball playing with you and all, you know? I'm fresh like my Zoba. You know what? Zoba don't rest. It's the 3 freshes of Zoba. Grind the fresh seeds, got the dough fresh and boiled and...
Good grief. What a defendant. And it's me saying that, so... Hoy.
I don't think he recognizes his BO as a smell.
Simon's crying.
What a perfect day for rain. It adds the saltiness back to the dish.
Simon, are you crying?
No, I just like salty noodles.
Why don't you join us at Eldon's?
That's a weird man. I'm not going to taste his sewer-grade noodles.
They'll be on us.
That's even worse. If you're paying for it, and you don't have a lot of cash, that means it must be really fucking cheap.
It's noodles. At least Bucky wasn't the source of the perfume smell. Wait, smelly perfume?
It looks like you remembered something.
The phrase smelly perfume reminded me of a certain somebody.
Oh? And who might that be?
There's only one person that comes to mind. And because we haven't added anyone new, that means it has to be in this list of people. And we can rule out Sadmahi because freak. We can rule out Simon because bench. We can rule out this guy because they're dead. And we can rule out them because they weren't the source of it. They don't have a smell. It's literally just them. You can rule out bench. We can only do that when Maya's not there. The phrase smelly perfume reminded me of this person.
Pick the judge.
Take that!
Giru Tornado. Yes, she did smell very nice, didn't she?
Just a moment, Defense. You would throw suspicion on Geru now because of the scent?
You threw it on my client because of cards.
But rules for thee, not for me. Wait, no. Ah! Your Honor, there is no need to go along with these ever-changing claims of the defense. But the ever-changing claims of the prosecution always go.
I suppose their claims have been awfully inconsistent because they're fighting you, you rat.
But Garo could have been at the crime scene.
Yes, but
You'll get to see those balloons of hers if we call her back to the witness stand.
You tempt me? How vulgar! His Honor is not interested in such things.
ahem! Setting the matter of her balloons aside entirely,
Hooray! Sarcasm.
I do believe it's appropriate to ask Giru some questions, given the circumstances. This has nothing to do with her balloons, of course. I am a judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Pulkunka!
Thank you for calling this disciple of the Tornado School of Rakugo back for an encore. It's me, the balloon artist you all know and love, Giru Tornado. 1, 2, balloon!
What wonderful balloon artistry!
See cups? I'll be the judge of that.
I see cups, and they're fucking huge.
Your Honor, please.
Now then, what would you like me to make for you this time?
Actually, I called you back for more testimony.
But I'm all talked out! This case has left me completely deflated. What? You didn't find that funny? Anyway, what exactly is going on, Simon?
It seems the person who murdered Master Tornado was wearing perfume.
And you were the only person I could think of who wears perfume. I was about to pull up other characters, but it's like, wait, I don't think Athena has met any of them. Since you know about her chest, think about that in regards to her tummy, especially from side angles.
I beg to differ.
Compare her turn to her collarbone.
What? You mean I'm a suspect now?
Geru, you knew about Owen, right?
Well, yes. I often play with him at Shisho's request.
So that means you could have left that fake dying message, right? Oh, look at her. Look at her tum to her collarbone. Okay. Tum. I'm sorry. Small M's look like RNs.
What? Just because I wear perfume and no Owen?
Also, I would like to point out, the hair is hiding the headline. Also, it could have been soba broth that was the blood dripping from the face. There's so many things it could have been.
You think I'm a murderer? Oh, how could you?
The witness is absolutely right. Never read headlines. What do you mean by that? With no evidence but the distorted memories of a small child. It is outrageous of the defense to accuse this woman.
That's right. You don't even have any proof.
You may step down from the stand, Geru. Surprised Maddie's not calling systems unreliable. Yeah, Nayuta just... It's different. You don't have that authority, jackass. The defense does not have one scrap of evidence that connects you to the crime. Oh, wait a minute. The noodles were already somewhere. These were already cut. The dough that was used to kill Master Tornado was the dumplings that they fed to the dog. Dog wouldn't tell you it tasted like blood. That connects you to the crime. Wait just 1 minute! I may not have proof, but Owen's testimony is still... Enough! Please feel free to leave, Geru. I'm so close, there must be something I can do!
Well, if the prosecutor says it's okay, then I guess I'll be going now.
Silence.
What?
Oi, Geru, you're an entertainer, aren't you? Once you go on stage, it's your duty to complete your performance, is it not? So what are you doing, leaving halfway through?
There's a bandage on Geiru's forehead! And since we know that Master Tornado's killer has a cut on their face somewhere...
Impossible!
She's so animated and Simon is so good. How did you know, Simon?
I didn't. But I had to take a chance and see for myself. Otherwise, your theory would remain a groundless accusation. Smile.
Double slam. Your Honor, Prosecutor Sad Monk! The scent of perfume, an injury on the forehead. These things are completely consistent with Owen's testimony. In short, also, wait a fucking minute. Wait, it just clicked. You were saying Owen's testimony is completely bull hockey. We can't rely on that. But you used the fact it was a cut on the forehead to accuse Bucky of being the killer because a cut on the face. And now that we have... He's gonna say, I'm just like, oh, it doesn't matter. It's from the child. And it's like, you use that very same information on Bucky Wet. This is literally one-sided. In short, the mysterious individual Owen saw in the dressing room could have been Geiru.
Miss Sykes, does this mean you are formally indicting the witness for this murder of Typhoon Tornado?
Look at her rainbow choker. Queen as queer.
Should your accusation prove to be false, I hope you are prepared to pay the price in full. You will die along with your defendant.
What the hell are you talking about?
Oh, sorry. In my land, there's this wonderful thing called the DC Act. It lets you kill defense attorneys. Isn't that wonderful?
No! I like Miss Sykes alive. She's a therapist. She helps people. She's even helped me get some material. Simon used to get me that stuff, but ever since he got out of prison, he just gives me the weak sauce shit. She gets it straight from the source. People venting out their emotions through stories of young men strapping adults. Yes.
Simon, what price is he talking about?
I thought that should be obvious. Prosecutor Sadmonk is saying he'll see to it that you never stand in the court of law again. I must say, though, I know how to make a trial interesting.
Just whose side are you on, Simon? Pushes you to officially make a claim and then threatens it's your only one. If you don't make a claim, you're wrong for it. If you make a claim, it better be your exact same. It better be exactly right for being wrong. Excuse me. Can we do that to you? You've been wrong. You've been wrong like 4 times.
Go on then. Into the deep end with you. You only have but one choice anyway. Miss Sykes, I am waiting.
With regards to the witness, Geiru Tornado, the defense wishes to... indict her. There's no reason for me to hold back. Not if I really believe in my client. The defense wishes to formally indict Geiru Tornado for the murder of Typhoon Tornado.
Ugh! I have tried to be merciful, but now not even your pleas will reach the Holy Mother's supple ears. You will have plenty of time to regret your decisions in the pit of hell!
Except I won't need to. You have damned several people to hell, and you have been wrong every single fucking time. The person who murdered the victim was not Mr. Wet. It was Geiru Tornado.
That bandage is just from a silly slip-up I made while cooking yesterday. That's all.
You go, girl! Woo! What kind of extreme cooking were you doing to cut yourself on the forehead?
Well, what can I say? That's what happened.
You also don't have an alibi for the period before 4 p.m., do you, Geiru?
But, I really don't know anything. I didn't know anything was wrong until Shisho was found dead. If you don't believe me, with a twisty twist. And Balloon! There you have it, an adorable little kitty. How can you suspect a cutesy, well, balloon artist like me?
Geiru, I've been meaning to say this for a while now, but could it be that you don't have an eye for balloon art? She was in the first shorts I edited for the boys a year ago. Oh, fun! Send me the link. I want to see more. Kitty! Fuck you, Athena.
Don't you think I know that? You didn't have to come out and say it! Ugh. I just have to do balloon art because the sound of balloons squishing together, I have to cover it up. I'm the daughter of a great Rakugo artist. I never wanted to do stupid balloon art. I was supposed to be a Rakugo storyteller too, just like my late daddy. But Shisho told me to do balloon art instead.
I guess the victim thought she had no talent as a Rakugo artist either.
So you're still gonna suspect a poor little thing like me?
Please stop trying to skirt the issue. It all comes down to the scent of perfume and the cut on your forehead. Her dad died, and her other dad took it out on her. Hey. You and the culprit in Owen's testimony share these two traits. Maybe don't reduce your case like that, Thaner.
You're dead set on accusing me, aren't you?
Yep. Stomach compared to collarbone, very small. And then these things. I have 2 evidence. That's the essence of all I have. Don't break them.
Well, here's what I have for naughty little girls like you with a twisty twist. I'ma catch ya, witch. Go ahead, make me testify all you want. When the truth's revealed, it'll be your balloon or mine that goes pop. Got it?
Oh my! Is this yet another hidden personality?
Simon, is everybody in Tornado School like this?
How should I know?
Look at her angry face. It looks a lot like April May.
Yeah, I visited the dressing room during that time to make a courtesy call after my act. Shisho and Owen were in there, but they were both snoring up a storm. I saw the note Shisho left, so I just left. Didn't want to disturb them, you know. The perfume Owen smelled must have been left over when I visited.
You've seen maybe 60% of her animations. What? Look at her go! You get her ass, queen. She's if April May was great. I was just making that comparison to my friend, Big Tummy Queen. So, Geiru's saying she went to the dressing room, but then left right away.
Don't take her at her word.
Come on, do you really think I would? I'm just trying to figure out how to get her to talk about what really happened.
Now then, Miss Sykes, you may proceed with your cross-examination.
What I did before the murder. Yeah, I visited the dressing room during that time to make a courtesy call after my act. Shisho and Owen were in there, but they were both snoring up a storm. I saw the note Shisho left, so I just left. Didn't want to disturb him, you know. The perfume Owen smelled must have been left over from when I visited. I am immediately noticing something. Owen is supposed to be the next one up after her. Honestly, didn't pay attention to a word she said. I was just cheering her as she gaslit Gatekeep Girl Bossed. Don't forget the last G. Guy. Impulse is a very valuable member to their team. What? So, I'm watching. Look at her nose physics. I haven't been looking at the nose at all. I will come out and say it. She's very distracting. But there's a series I've been watching called Wildlife. It's by the Hermitcraft crew with Grian. And there's a group that it's 4 people. And it's Gaslight, Gatekeep, Girl Boss, Guy. The G's. Because Impulse is also there.
Objection!
Your Honor, the witness... What? Why didn't that work? I guess I gotta press. A courtesy call after your performance, huh? Look at her nose on the last statement. Come to think of it, Yuendo mentioned making the same kind of visit. Yeah? A visit to your master before and after your routine. That's just common courtesy with us Rakugo artists and entertainers. So, that means you paid the victim a courtesy call before your performance, too, right? What did you say? What did you see at that time? He was having a drink and getting himself into a festive mood. He liked to say that drinking gave him a silver tongue. So, he was already drinking by then. Yuendo wasn't there in the dressing room yet at that time. He must have gone in there during my act, 'cause when I went back... Oh, you're talking about this when she's wobble wobble? Picture her nose squishing into her girlfriend's. It's gonna be very difficult behind bars. The sound effect is the sword.
Hold it!
Could you describe how they appeared? I know, but it's fun. Yeah. All of her sounds like balloons. Even the butt. She has a lot of detail. Well, yeah, because there's no investigation segment, so that means they don't have to model a location. All they had to make was just 3 people and art. They didn't have to make a location at all, or a ton of evidence. We have such a small evidence library here. It's such a, like, tightly packed case. They did make art here. Best not final. I know they made art. I said that. I said they didn't have to make a location, but all they had to do was make people and art, because the items are art, and also the murder scene of Wets and the dog. They made art here. This is art. Oh, that's what you're getting at. Could you describe how they appeared? They were both stretching out on the floor, snoozing away. So, staring the victim up and over the table must have been the culprit's doing. After all, who wouldn't stretch out on the floor if they could take a nap? Plus, that matches up with what Owen said in his testimony. But if he was asleep, how could you tell it was Owen? How did you know it wasn't Uendo? I've known the guy for ages! One look at his face and I know which one I'm dealing with. I see. Objection! Shisho sleeps in fetal position. No, that's Owen. Hooray!
Hold it!
Where did you find your master's note? I don't know. I can't remember. Did you notice anything else unusual or out of place in the room? Ooh, the TV. Well, there was the sake and a half-eaten manju on the table. But I didn't see anything else out of place. Why did it go? But I didn't see anything out of place or whatever in the room, though.
Oh, is that a fact?
Of course it is! What do you think?
And you didn't change anything around while you were in there?
I didn't do anything! Look, I'm telling ya! I didn't see anything funny near Shisho, and I didn't touch anything in the room.
Your boldness! I request that Giro's last statement be added to her testimony.
Simon! What's a statement like that gonna do for us?
Just play along and you'll see soon enough.
Ugh.
I have no problem with adding that to the testimony. But how about you, Miss Sykes?
I have no problem with it either, Your Honor. What the fuck is Simon thinking?
Hold it!
So, I just want to confirm you didn't see anything at all unusual or out of the place anywhere around the victim. I already told ya, nothing! And you didn't touch anything at all in the dressing room. How many times I gotta say it? No, I didn't touch anything! Wait, but then, is she saying she didn't see what Uendo immediately saw when he checked the victim's body? Does that mean it wasn't there yet at that time? Oh, hold on, I guess there was something. What is it? The soba making equipment was already there in the room. That means Bucky must have been there in the dressing room before me doing something. Ugh. Thanks for the non-help. Well, a new statement has been added, but she's still sticking to her guns.
She said she didn't see anything unusual in the dressing room.
that strikes me as a little strange on its own.
Really? Why?
If Master Tornado really is the one who left that, you'd think Giro would have noticed. And if Master Tornado wasn't the one who left it, then we must ask, who did? You know what I'm getting at, don't you, Athena?
I think so. I really appreciate Simon's help, but I've got to come up with the answers myself this time, apparently.
Objection!
We use this piece of evidence so much. Giru, you said you didn't notice anything odd or unusual near your master. You also said you didn't touch anything in the dressing room. That's right. What about it? Then I wonder who left that dying message with the Karuta cards. What are you getting on about? It had to been that Bucky! Sorry, but that's not possible. Because only 3 people knew of Uendo's personalities. Uendo, your master, and you.
If Bucky had left a Karuta message, he wouldn't have spelled out Owen. He would have spelled out Uendo.
What it boils down to is this. As a member of the Tornado School, you, Giru Tornado, are the only one who could have left that dying message. And as the person who left that message, it's clear that you are Master Tornado's killer. Will you ever quit your yapping? Hey, wait a minute. Look at her go. Wait a minute. I vaguely remember people using the phrase yapping when the phrase klussy came into being. Huh. I wonder.
Objection!
Yeah, people just started using yapping a lot more recently. So I wonder.
You are like wretches clinging to the spider's thread of salvation. Allow me to cut that holy thread from the heavens and bring you back down to earth.
Would you quit butting in whenever things start to go my way?
Silence, child. Playtime is over.
What did you just say?
As the witness stated, she went into the dressing room and soon came back out again. But the victim's note was not the only reason she left with such haste. Begone, thoughts. There was another reason that compelled Geiru to leave at once. Geiru, would you please reiterate said reason to the court?
There was a reason Giru had to leave the dressing room? Well, I didn't want to show you this, but I guess I have no choice. Keep your eyes peeled, because I'm only doing this once. Your hand is all swollen and red. Keep your eyes peeled, because here it comes. Your hand is all swollen and red. What happened, Geiru? If you must know, I'm allergic to buckwheat. What?
Allergic reactions to buckwheat can vary, though they're usually on the severe side. With Typhoon Tornado making soba noodles in his dressing room, Geru is lucky to still be alive, considering all the soba flour that was swirling in the air.
Good thing I left pretty quick. I managed to escape with just a mild reaction. But I touched Shisho as he was being carried away, and look what it did to my poor hands! There must have been soba broth on his clothes or something. If I had hailed any of that soba flour, I'd have had a seizure, and it'd have been, "Good night, Geru!" I never could have stayed in that dressing room for very long.
A person allergic to buckwheat couldn't be in a room with soba flour in the air.
She was seeing her girlfriend too much. Sorry. Gotta love it when a dad endangers his daughter for high-quality noodles. She would, like, already have justified herself as a killer, honestly. Is this why I keep hearing about this case, to hear about women's wrongs? Because, sadly, this was the one case I knew about. I know she's the killer. I've known since the beginning. That's why I was mentioning. I was just like, where's the clown? Where's the killer clown? But yeah, women's wrongs. But they ain't that wrong.
And certainly couldn't use soba dough as a murder weapon either.
You did not say killer clown. No, I didn't say killer clown. I was just saying, where's the clown? Because I didn't want to point out that I knew that the clown was a killer. That the clown was the murderer. This isn't good.
You knew it would come to this, didn't you? That's why you never mentioned her allergy, sad monk. As if I would do anything so underhanded. Ugh. I was simply trying to protect the privacy of this witness. I don't out people, you know.
I'm sick of all these accusations. Why don't I just testify and get it all out in the open? Yeah?
Moan's a little thinking about being underhanded. Another animation. She did this swing when she first made the balloon.
If I come into the slightest contact with buckwheat, I get an allergic reaction. And with that much soba flour in the air, that room could have literally killed me. Look at my hand. Just touching Shisho's body caused this much damage. There must have been soba broth on his clothes. So, I never could have committed that murder in the dressing room. I still can't believe it. Nobody told me she had a soba allergy. Love her. Hit that power stance. Did you know, Simon?
Does it look like I knew? Protect the privacy of a witness. My foot! What a dirty trick! Ah!
It's so funny seeing Blackwell be like, fuck you, prosecutors are so fucking mean.
Gosh, I'm going to become a defense attorney. This is bullshit.
Now what do we do? Stop stream to draw her in JoJo poses. Ooh, fun.
There's only one thing to do. Put Prosecutor Sadmonk to shame with your cross-examination.
Right. No matter how small, I'll find us an opening and break her testimony down. His face here is so good. I can see why this is your favorite case, doll. Favorite not final case. Athena always finds an opening, no matter how small. Ladies? Tell me if I'm pushing it with jokes, by the way. I'll tell you. You haven't. It's entertaining. This is technically an adult stream. I don't want anyone like under the age of 18 interacting with this stuff. Because I hear that, kids? Fuck off. Yeah, come back when you're older. I don't want to deal with you right now while you're still developing.
Hold it!
You're not lying about this Soba allergy of yours, right? Of course not! I swear on my grave of my father up in heaven! I can even get you a doctor's certificate. A doctor's certificate if you want. She seems to be telling the truth. I've had this allergy for as long as I can remember. But I never dreamt in a million years it'd clear me of murder.
And you'll come out of this smelling like a delicate buckwheat flower to boot.
Well said, Your Honor. I remember Chowder where they kept saying certificate. The chat is breaking that word up. I can't see how you spelled it. Certificate.
Hold it!
I'll give you that there was quite a bit of flowers scattered about in that dressing room. But you went in to pay your respects to your master regardless, right? Certificate with an extra R. Yeah, but like I said, I came right back out. I pull out when it's getting dangerous, ladies. I mean, the soba making tools were right there! You better believe I was careful not to breathe any of it in. But you still could have committed this crime if you held your breath while doing it. Don't be ridiculous. I would have suffocated to death before Shisho did. Yeah, I guess you're right. You came out like a queen, Your Highness. Jeez, get a grip, will ya?
Hold it!
Maybe there's a twist here, like you're actually allergic to dogs and not soba. Where the fuck is the dog? Why isn't the dog a profile? No! All we can see is the doghouse. The hand reveal is already a JoJo. JoJo. I only know one JoJo thing, and it's an SFM. You kidding? Bring my little Gemu. Bring my little Jugemu in here. I'll hug and squeeze him like there's no tomorrow. I'm telling you, I have a genuine, honest-to-goodness soba allergy. You already know, like, 4 characters. Joe, and Joe. And don't forget Joe with an E. And don't forget Joe with 2 O's. And don't forget Joe with a G. There are at least 4 Joes. Defense!
The witness clearly has an authentic allergy to buckwheat. Any further deliberation on the matter would be meaningless, pointless, and worthless!
You heard this big, strong man, lawyer girl. Double slap. All right, fine! I was just starting to think the same thing myself. Doesn't mean I have to like it, though. I probably got this allergic reaction on my hand because I touched Shisho. Yeah. My stand is Ugly Balloon.
Hold it!
It's this dog. I have a question about that, actually. If you're allergic to soba, does that mean you're allergic to the noodle broth, too? Well, the buckwheat from the noodles can dissolve into the broth, so, duh! Touching soba broth can be just as deadly for me. Don't you know anything? What an amateur! I'm sorry. Do I look like a doctor to you? You are a therapist! Look! Anything that has soba in it, or anything like that, or anything that has touched soba is like poison to me! So I never could have committed the murder in the dressing room. So, I just want to cover all of my bases, but could the murder have possibly occurred somewhere other than the dressing room?
That is out of the question. Ugh. By even asking, you show your complete disregard. Ugh. Even the Arizona doesn't like me. By even asking, you show your complete disregard for all we have discussed until now.
Yes, I have to agree. The defense can't go around suggesting new premises without basis.
Unfortunately for you, Shisho didn't take a single step from his dressing room around the time of the murder. Well, that is unfortunate for everyone.
Jolene, Joseph, Jotaro, Josuke, Johnny, another Josuke, and Jonathan. Jonathan. What? That's the most fucked up version I've seen of a Jonathan. It's like Joe Nathan. By some accounts, Giorgio too. I looked it up. Giru could not have possibly committed this crime in a room where soba was being Also, I just realized. Giorgio. It is Joe with a G. Giru could not have possibly committed this crime in a room where soba was being made. Finally, the time has come for the last rites of the victim to begin.
Ugh!
We still have an hour 30 left. We're good.
What would Mr. Wright do at a time like this? He'd nod. Offs get! There's only one thing to do! Finally, for the 8th time!
What are you smiling about? Has the pressure overwhelmed you?
Nope! It's just the worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles.
I see. You have no rebuttal! And so the only thing left to you is to smile.
Oh! That's where you're wrong. I do have a rebuttal.
Did I show you that video of Athena's themed Master Space Jam?
with a little scene. You have not. I love mashup songs. Oh my gosh, I love mashup songs. I am always excited whenever I see a like Tenacious D Evangelion mix. Those are so good, and they're telling a story. It's insane. If any of you have not seen Tenacious D Evangelion, fucking watch them. They're so good. Turn your thinking around, Athena. Also, because of the spacing, and I let the zoom go on for too long, it makes it look like Simon's gonna come out of the darkness and be like,
I am also here.
don't try to figure out how, Giru. Don't try to figure out how Giru, who is allergic to soba, could commit the crime. Figure out how Giru could be in that room and not have an allergic reaction instead.
Let me ha! Maybe if I were a lump of regular flour dough for Eldon's noodles. But I'm fresh like my soba, Morty. You don't let soba dough rest. It's all about the three freshes. Grind the buckwheat seeds fresh. Then cut the dough. Then Morty. He blacked out.
It appears... Oh, this is also a flashback of Nayuta. Have we done a flashback of Nayuta before? I feel like we have, because they've been a year for several cases. What is their voice? Just don't read for Nayuta. That's funnier than anything I can come up with. We don't need to hear them more than once.
Wow. Yes, that's the note I saw. After reading that, who wouldn't think Shisho was napping?
Fuck, what's Giru's?
Like a silly clown with this. If you must know, I'm allergic to buckwheat.
Mon Dieu! What if that certain piece of evidence doesn't mean what we think it means? Just go really high. Look at her sneer. You kill him, girl. Wait, did I skip? If that's the case, I might be able to prove that Giru could have committed this crime.
No matter how hard you search your mind, you cannot overturn facts.
Well, Miss Sykes, if you have no further objections, I'll hand down my ruling.
True, I can't overturn facts. But what if we got our facts about a piece of evidence wrong? Get ready to be wrong, yet again, dumbass!
Got our facts wrong? What are you talking about now? This thing is yapping too much.
And which piece of evidence do you mean, Miss Sykes? Please, point it out to this court.
Oh, wait a minute. Does Giru have the allergic hands because they touched the dough balls? This evidence proves that Giru could have killed her master even with her soba allergy. That's a strong statement. You get him, Athena. Get him. Get him. Touched her girlfriend's dough balls. That could mean two different things. Or three things if you include eyes.
Is it... Wait. Why would they have...
Take that!
Oh, we need something to avoid triggering her reaction. More than 2. You're less sex joke pilled than me. Do we present this piece of evidence again?
Take that!
No, we don't. Thank you. I don't want to point out another object. Really, doll? Give me a number. Give me the number that hits you. Prove that I am innocent little bean.
Take that!
3. Maybe 4 if you want to break physics. Alright, I'm gonna send you the 2 that I was thinking of. Oh! Yeah. Yeah, you could refer to those as dough balls. What was the break physics one? Ah! That's not breaking physics. That's just doing an autopsy on someone. I thought I was doing dangerous things with the body when I mentioned eyeballs, but you're not supposed to touch those.
Take that!
It's Master Tornado's note.
The note?
Preposterous. Seriously, what? Hey, Kitty Pryde could. That Danny Phantom when he's an adult. Kitty Pryde has... There's issues if she reappears inside someone's body. You'd lose both the things. What possible connection could there be between the witness's allergy and that note? The answer lies in the true meaning of this note.
Its true meaning?
This note does not mean I am resting, do not disturb, as we assumed. But rather, it actually means this dough is resting, do not disturb.
Wait a minute, Athena. That doesn't make any sense.
You're right, it doesn't! After all, as Bucky told us, many a time, you don't let Soba dough rest.
Well, what's all this jibba jabba got to do with anything?
This is it, this is the home stretch. This note and Mr. Wet's words have led me to the conclusion that Master Tornado was... The victim, Typhoon Tornado, was not making buckwheat noodles. He was making ordinary udon noodles instead. Polkunka!
that layer of flour in the dressing room wasn't soba flour, but plain old wheat flour for udon. So actually, it was totally possible for Geiru to be in that room and kill her master.
What? But if that's true, it changes everything.
Your Honor, the defense requests that the flour in the room be tested immediately.
Let her speak. No, it's Calypso. If you were deathly allergic to noodles, do you think you, Titty, would learn a lot about them or learn very little about them?
If I was allergic to buckwheat, I probably would... I would probably look into it. I'd look into of just like, why is the reaction happening? And like, look at alternatives.
Let her cook. Udon noodles.
wait, doll, what I said was just like, you'll lose one. You made that comment, that's why you have two. No! No! You done best, Geiru. Your Honor, the defense requests that the flour in the room be tested immediately.
Well, I made sure that Emma Sky, the only forensics officer in the entire fucking country, is off in another land. So you can't actually test it. Sorry.
Send noodles. Dake the jog. Straight until wet.
But soba noodles were found in the bowl, and Geiru did have a reaction on her hand. How do you explain those things?
Well...
Even if it were udon flour instead of soba, you cannot prove Geiru committed the crime.
But...
Don't lose your nerve now. Keep charging forward or you'll feel my blade in your back.
Enough with the threats already. I got it. Talk about pressure. All right, Athena. Take a deep breath and go over everything again. Don't need to save for this part. I'm gonna revisualize the case from start to finish. I have to find conclusive evidence that Geiru committed this murder. Do you think Athena and Junie snuggle? Would Junie want to be on the side of her giant hair blade or the side of the giant ponytail? I imagine the ponytail, because the ponytail can at least be fuzzy after where it's knotted. The hair blade is, as you mentioned, a blade. I have to find conclusive evidence that Geiru committed this murder. What was Master Tornado making in his dressing room? Udon. Master Tornado was making udon. By my logic, Master Tornado must have been making udon noodles in his dressing room. But something at the crime scene indicates otherwise. What was found in the bowl at the table? Soba. But it was delivered by Bucky. There was soba in the bowl. Even though the master wasn't making soba, soda noodles were found at the scene. That does kind of make sense. You're making something that takes a while to make, and so you order food to wait. So that means the noodles had to have come from somewhere else. Wait a minute, one mysterious serving of soba noodles. That sounds familiar. Where did the soba noodles in the bowl on the table come from? The master's soba stock? Yeah! The soba was from the master's soba stock. The soba noodles found at the scene were the master's stock of uncooked noodles. But then, why would the culprit go out of her way to cook that soba and put it in the bowl? Why did the culprit cook the soba noodles and put them in the bowl? To make it look like it was all soba. He didn't actually endanger his daughter. Well, not as much. Soba was found at the scene, so that means the culprit must have taken the udon with her to hide it. But why did the culprit take the udon away and hide it? It must have been because she killed him with the udon dough. She has a grudge against udon. Athena going home to snuggle with her girlfriend and sleep like a baby after running 6 people over at work today. The murder weapon was udon dough. That's it. The udon dough was the real weapon used to kill Taifu Tornado. And the reason why no weapon was found is because Giru got rid of the dough somehow. Dog. The real murder weapon was the udon dough the victim made. If we can find this dough, that'll prove my theory correct. Ooh! And that's where the dog burying it comes in, because it didn't eat it all. And undeniably prove Giru's guilt.
Even if we could find this dough, what makes you think that it would prove she is the one?
Please recall Owen's eyewitness testimony, Prosecutor Sad Monk. If the injury on Giru's forehead was caused by the victim's knife, then Giru's blood must have dripped down onto the dough used as the murder weapon. That would make the dough pretty conclusive evidence, wouldn't you agree?
Ah, but where is this conclusive evidence? Let us hear your theory on where this murder weapon is.
Well, it's... If I can't find the answer in the evidence I have on hand, we'll lose this trial. I imagine many people are like,
Well, it's gotta be somewhere in here, right?
but we know it was the dog. It's in her tummy. Look at it. So how did Giru get rid of the udon dough? Think, Athena, what do I have that points to the suspicious behavior on Giru's part?
Now then, Miss Sykes, let's hear your answer. Where is the real murder weapon hidden?
Blackwell thinks he's being slick.
Nice barking you did there. I assume you have the bite to back it up.
Gotta love a well-fed woman. She's full of dough. Killed her dad and had a good snack. Stop distracting me, especially right now. This piece of evidence can point us to the location of the hidden murder weapon.
Take that!
This piece of evidence can point us to where the udon dough is hidden.
What do you think, Giru? Are you going to give yourself up? This piece of evidence does not seem to point us towards anything in my eye.
You reckon? But it's not a given, right?
Oh, I recall learning a phrase for this one. Given.
Hey, that's from a previous trial.
And with this here defense, you reckon that's a given. That this doesn't point us to nothing.
What trial?
There was someone who said Rhett Given. Was it... I think it was the astronaut. It was someone with like a thick southern accent. You Rhett Given? Yeah, I think it was... I think it was the astronaut. They're the only Western-coded character I can remember that used a lot of those phrases. She's like, Simon, why can't you be useful like Maya? Phoenix always talks about how amazing she was, and always sober. What? Always sober?
Take that!
Gayru!
Huh? What is it? I'm just an innocent little girl. I don't know anything about a murder.
Stuff that cute act in your balloon hat. Gayru got rid of the dough she used to kill Master Tornado in a bold and daring way. She did it right in front of Prosecutor Blackwell's nose by feeding it to her dog.
No,
Of course. Now it all makes sense. I was puzzled as to why Giro, who should know her own dog's eating habits, would feed Jugemu more than he could possibly finish.
Your Honor, please order an investigation of the yard right now. Joking about her being fainted out and Phoenix lying about her, overhyping her qualifications. The Hotel Transylvania. Haha, Gero, you have killed my friend.
Haha, yeah, Gero, you have killed my friend in front of me. Haha. And what should the police at the theater be looking for exactly?
Jugemu must have buried his leftover dumplings somewhere around his doghouse. Dumplings that Giro made out of the udon dough with her blood in it.
This is preposterous!
I want to thank you, Simon. If you hadn't kept me going, I might have given up along the way.
What are you blathering on about? You still have work to do. Now, by your hand, finish this wretched case off, Athena.
You've got it. Geru, do you remember what you said would happen when the truth is finally revealed?
when the truth's revealed, it'll be your balloon or mine that goes pop. Got it?
Well, now the truth is out, and it looks to me like it's your balloon that goes pop.
Ah!
I like how it does the text box after he's there, so they are just on the floor, just Oh, she's getting loopy.
But then she showed. Why are my balloons bursting? Daddy, are you mad at me? I've been a bad girl.
Are you ready to tell us everything now, Gayru?
They were fake!
They were literally balloons. Wow, it's like you're always wrong or something, Maddie. Crazy. You're so right, girlie. Poor Babu. Remember how much she objectified too? How much she's objectified too? She's the most just killer. The whole reason I entered the world of Rakugo in the first place was to follow in my father's wonderful footsteps and inherit his stage name. His stage name? You don't mean...
Uendo Tornado.
I knew I wasn't very good at storytelling, but I thought that if I did the stupid balloon thing like Shisho wanted, I'd inherit the name someday. But Master Tornado gave the name to his junior disciple. Yeah. That's why I took my revenge on Shisho during the show celebrating the name succession. You know, that makes that good on you, Gayru. You didn't attack the person that was qualified and that got the job. You attacked the person that you thought gave the job wrongly. That's good, because it wasn't Uendo's choice to be successor. They just did the job better. But you can be angry at the person who said you weren't qualified. Just the asshole who didn't inherit her father's name. Wait, just the asshole who didn't let her inherit her father's name. Yeah. So that was your entire motive? I doubt anybody else could understand, but inheriting my father's name was everything to me. It was my whole reason for living.
Of all the days you could have taken your revenge, why did you choose the day of the show?
Because I wanted to pay Uendo back for stealing what was rightfully mine. I wanted to pin the blame on him at the show where all the Tornado fans were gathered. But then Uendo tried to shift the blame onto Bucky Whet. And now we know the whole story.
There's just one more thing I want to know.
There's just one more thing I want to know. From this point forward, Blackwell is now going to be played by the part of Columbo. Did you know Master Tornado was making udon in his dressing room yesterday?
Did you know Master Tornado was making udon in his dressing room yesterday?
No, I didn't. When I saw the soba making tools, I was worried about my allergy. But it was my only chance to get my revenge on the two of them, so I went ahead and did it.
So, it was a premeditated crime, but in the end, you only went through with it on impulse.
Fuck you, Athena! You should have let Bucky get convicted. That's okay, he has like 10 more lines.
Then, the allergic reaction on your hand is from touching the soba in the refrigerator with your bare hands when you were tampering with the crime scene after your master's death.
Yeah. By that time, I wasn't clear-headed enough to worry about my allergy.
Gayru, how could you do all this? Baka.
Gayru, but you fucking weeb, say the line.
You idiot.
I get your desire to inherit your father's name. I don't have a father, so I don't fully know what that means, but I had a mother. 2 of them, actually. But what you really should have inherited from him wasn't his name, but his heart. His heart? Look at them. Fuck you, Athena. Genuinely.
Do you have anything to add, Prosecutor Sadmahi? Any objections?
No, Your Honor. Once I get hit with a bead, I lose my dickery. Do-da-day. Miss Athena Sykes.
Ms.
Ms. Athena Sykes. Your language is so confusing.
Yes? It's the first time they've used my name.
I shall be sure to remember your name.
Really? Are you?
It seems they finally recognize you as a proper adversary.
Thanks! That's all I ask, Prosecutor Sadmahi.
It looks like there are no further objections. Bailiff, please bring in the defendant.
She didn't care if she died. Fuck you, Athena. Genuinely. You were willing to kill and die for this dream job to honor your father. But what you really should have inherited was his heart. Mahdi will not see Athena again. We don't see Athena again! Or Mahdi just... Is Mahdi the final victim? That'd be one hell of a rug pull. We haven't had the prosecutor gonna die.
Ah, good. It seems you've made a full recovery. Now then, this court finds the defendant Bucky Wet not guilty.
Oh, is he sober?
He has caprice.
This court is adjourned right at the 2-hour mark. Cool.
Simon's like, haha, I lost all my friends, but I have my favorite restaurant. Yeah. And the noodles are even worse. Great.
Congratulations, Bucky. I'm so glad you were found innocent.
Thanks for everything, Miss Chickadee.
But it still sucks that you were accused of a crime you didn't commit. Did Uendo have it out for you or something?
I don't think so. Uendo said it was a spur-of-the-moment idea he got when he saw the Soba-themed cards.
It sucks for everyone else. Yeah. It's a shame. Literally everyone but Bucky. Simon, where have you been?
I stopped in at Uendo's questioning. Only you, Bucky, could get framed for a crime on a whim. No way! I almost got convicted out of a convenience? I almost got convicted out of convenience?
Well, at least you've been completely cleared of all charges, so buck up, Bucky! On a more important note, what I really want to know is, why didn't Master Tornado let Geiru inherit her father's name?
What you mean? On a more important note, Miss Chickadee.
Aw, don't be such a wet blanket. Just go with the flow. Now, come on! You think the Master was trying to encourage her to quit the entertainment business?
Nah, that's not it. He didn't give the name to her because he wanted Geiru to find her own calling in life. To perform whatever she wanted without being bound by her father's name or Rakugo. Making udon was his way of showing his support for her in a new endeavor.
So that's why he called you to the theater, huh? To teach him how to make udon?
A more roundabout way I've ever seen. But that's Master Tornado for you.
You should have been convicted out of convenience. Once again, straight men come out on top as the cost of everyone else. Bullshit. Not killing her was his way of supporting the job he was forced on her, where she was objectified and she can't be herself. Yeah, honestly, even though it's like, oh, we never met Master Tornado for ourselves, it really feels like this guy was a dick. Always roundabout ways not explaining stuff to people, and he got killed for it by his own daughter, who didn't know she was being supported. So it's definitely his fault that he died. Yeah, she is so justified. With every passing moment, I like this guy less and less. He seems like one of those comedians that you hear about of just like, oh, they got canceled for this thing. And you're like, I was waiting for that. He's not even her dad. What? Truly, I'd done the same in that situation. Getting the jog lower. Her dad died and Shisho was in charge. Oh, frick. I thought they were related. So this entire incident happened because of a misunderstanding? How sad. Well, we got our old white guy off the list, so the world's a bit better.
By the way, Hiro wasn't the only person Master Tornado was trying to cheer on. Even though the person in question still seems unaware of the Master's intentions. What? You talking about me? Come on, no way! All that old man ever did was criticize my soba.
That's not true, Bucky. There must be a way to make Bucky see just how much Master Tornado cared about him. Oh, gosh. White. Sorry, whoops. Like a tutor? No, just meaning he was her second date. I wouldn't describe it like that. White. Fucked up. Oh, gee whiz! We get to show Bucky that Shisho really did care about him. Yeah, this sucks. Give him the happy ending he gets. We spent more time with Geiru than the defendant here. This sucks.
Take that!
Take a good look, Bucky. Whose name is on there as the holder of this title deed?
It's still in my name. Master Tornado was just up to one of his tricks when he said he stole the shop from you. He was trying to force you to grow into a truly capable owner in your father's stead.
He probably used some tough love on you so that the shop wouldn't just go belly up. What happens to Jugemu? Oh, Shishu didn't block Bucky from inheriting what he was entitled to. Good for him. Oh my gosh. I hate this guy. You're honorary white.
I see. I never knew. Oh, Master Tornado, I'm so sorry. Keep working hard, Bucky. Pay him back by living up to his expectations and make good fucking noodles. Oh shit, the dog! Who gets the dog?
I guess Yuendo has to take care of the dog now. Yep. Probably. Oh, and could use a puppy.
Thanks, Simey. And you too, Miss Chickadee. One day, my soba's gonna be so good, it'll knock that old man's socks clean off. After all, I'm the 4th generation over of wet soba. Wet noodle number 4. Well, I better be getting back to my shop. I gotta get ready for the lunch rush.
Yeah, hold on. Can I place an order for delivery, Bucky?
Yes, Miss Chickadee?
Could you deliver a bowl of udon to Geru on behalf of her master?
I only serve soba. You have committed me to be an assassin. Goodbye. You got it. I'll make sure it's got all the TLC Master Tornado would have packed in it too.
What does TLC mean? Thought, love, and care? Just because it wouldn't kill her doesn't mean she wants it. Yeah, this is... Close. Tender love and care. Yeah, and I really don't trust this. Because it's Bucky. Unless he's like a really good chef, which we only saw the one serving he did. And everyone said it was good. But I don't know if that means he's clean. I don't know if he's gonna be like, whoops, I accidentally cut the udon noodles with the soba knife. You are now dead. Goodbye. She got her life ruined by noodles. Nah. He avoids the perfume. Okay. So he's very good at allergies. Supposedly. Thank you.
Well, see you. Be sure to drop by the shop sometime.
I will, and I'll bring my whole agency with me.
That is 2 other people. I know you. Do us all proud, Bucky.
How does he know us?
I talk to him.
I thought you didn't pay attention to my life.
I was paying attention to Mr. Wright's life. Yes, totally.
Athena just bankrupt the Wright Anything agency. It looks like he doesn't wear perfume.
I'll have the best soba in town waiting for you when you come. Peace out.
Woo! I do like his design, using a skateboard as a little sign and to just slide around. It's nice to see somebody giving it their all, isn't it? I wonder if I leveled up any thanks to this case. No, I read that right. I wonder if I leveled up any thanks to this. Oh, I wonder if I leveled up any thanks to this case. You won't have a chance to find out. Shush!
Don't kid yourself. The trial would have been a spectacle and a half had I not been by your side.
You don't know that!
For a lawyer who's versed in psychology, you're too full of weak points.
Yeah, he was the spectacle. He fucking grabbed Athena by the camera and shook her.
You need to learn to analyze yourself more objectively.
Her intro was literally falling downstairs. Ouch. Or you could just teach me your famous mind tricks, Simon.
No.
Way to shut someone down, and why not?
Because the more pesky lawyers there are, the harder my job becomes. So it's in my best interest for you to remain green forever.
Hey! What about what's in my best interest, huh? Besides, weren't you the one who had the whole wool pulled over your eyes by Yuendo?
Must you remind me? How could I have known Yuendo would do time soba?
Hey, speaking of time soba, I just thought of something funny.
Oh, goody. I can't wait.
Okay, here it is. In time, Soba. Why did Mon number 9 get counted? Come on. Do you know, Simon?
How should I know?
Athena's DLC costume where she's just green. All of her is green. Because 789. Thank you. I'll be here all week.
You're sounding like Trucy.
Did Widget just pull a Rafflecopter? Raffle!
Ugh! That I should have known. Come on, let's get sober or something and go home.
Your treat?
I'll treat you to 50% off the tab. And don't forget, you still owe me for that manju.
Really, Simon? It wouldn't hurt for you to pay for me every once in a while? You know?
Ugh. Quit squawking and start walking, Athena.
Why was 6 afraid of 7? Because 7 ain't 9. Why was 10 afraid of 9? Germany.
Hey, wait for me! And we never saw Athena again. I may still have a ways to go as a lawyer. But just like Mr. Wright, Apollo, and Simon before me.
No! 9/11! Like that's any better!
I'm gonna get there someday. After all, I've inherited their passion for courts and the law. Je peux le faire. I can do this. I don't know French. Oh my gosh. Look at his eyes. Okay. Doll. Let's actually just do it. Costume time. Go for it. Heck it.
You want to follow in their footsteps, Athena?
Gyro's not gonna get there someday. Oh, they're set up. Okay. Maybe switch Nick if you want. No, I really like him in this red suit. It's really nice. You haven't seen him lawyer yet. Nah, I'm keeping it. I like the suit. He's on vacation. You can wait till like the final day. Turnabout Revolution.
It's time for a revolution!
That's far enough.
Who's there?
It is I, the Plumed Punisher, warrior of Neo Twilight Realm.
Good people of Khura'in, we can't allow things to go on like this. The Defense Culpability Act has done nothing but produce countless victims of wrongful convictions. The time to act is now, for we, the Defiant Dragons, have obtained the ultimate weapon, the Founder's Orb. And to the Garenian regime, make no mistake about it, I will personally dethrone you. A dragon never yields, nor will he rest until his revolution is complete.
Remember the Sailor Moon move, Star Gentle Uterus? No, I've never seen Sailor Moon. And this concludes our report on the recent television hijacking incident in Corrine. But really, who could have anticipated such a surprising turn of events? Did you hear that, Polly? Someone hijacked the airwaves over there. It's like something out of a movie. Apollo?
Yeah? Dirk, what are you up to this time?
Sailor Moon is crazy. I can pull a laundry list of things that will guarantee any parent ban it. Wait, why that fort is standing in the air? Magic. Actual canon answer. I'm out. Wait a second. Do you know the TV hijacker is something, Apollo?
You could say that, but it was a long time ago.
And why do you know someone like that? I mean, they're calling him an insurgent. Wow, I have no evidence.
Yeah, about that.
What? Why? Why is that happening worldwide? What? Are they watching this on YouTube? In the thing, they were talking about, and this concludes our report on the recent television hijacking incident in Corrine. But really, who could have anticipated such a surprising turn of events? It sounds like they were just watching the news, the global news, and this is the biggest incident in Corrine, so it's global news of just like, hey, this happened in Corrine. This is what's going on over there. It didn't happen to them. They just saw a report about it. They're watching like, and happened to find it. I can't tell if this is Phoenix talking and he somehow is back, or if this is Nayuta talking. Apollo's third daddy! I'll just go with Phoenix.
Hey now, is that any way to talk about the man who raised you? Huh?
Ah! Okay, so Apollo talks like this. Nayuta talks like this.
And if I just move it between and put it more like this. Hey there, Apollo. Long time no see. How you been, son?
That's the guy that was on TV!
Guilty as charged. Surprised to see me, Apollo? I just beamed in from Corrine, and boy, are my arms tired. This can't be happening! I must be dreaming or hallucinating or both.
No, you're not, Apollo! It's that TV hijacker / insurgent in the flesh!
I am so confused.
It's Daddy. No. Daddiest. It's Daddy Dirk, world's deadliest sketch. Trucy's like, okay, that finally confirms we're not related. Whew! For several years, I couldn't tell if Scott and Joe were brothers. They kept saying things that suggested either way. Are they? I don't even know. Mr. Hijacker, sir? I have so many questions. I don't even know where to begin. But let's start with that bit. The man who raised you?
Wait. Don't tell me you haven't told anyone about me, son. It's okay to brag about it. Tell everyone your old man's me, the Rebel Dirk. I mean, my face is all over TV these days. I'm practically a celebrity. Trucy, what do you say we close up early today?
What? Why?
Oh, come on, son. No need for the cold shoulder. I know I'm gonna regret this, but
They're high school friends, I think.
what do you want, Dirk? You just show up here without warning after all this time. What gives? I came all this way to see you, son! Come, rejoice! Right. Why don't you tell me the real reason you're here? Well, okay, so maybe there's a little something I need your help with too. But the fact is, I came here to see you. That's the honest truth. Yes, I think we've established that. It figures.
They happened to be close on the day they were supposed to defend Aura. He doesn't have a visible Adam's apple, so it might suggest a high voice? Small voice box? Fuck that. No.
I haven't seen him in 10 plus years, and he's already asking for a favor. He really is a rebel in the purest sense. He just does whatever he pleases.
Come on, Polly. I need details. Inquiring minds want to know.
Give everyone PWD. No! I don't even remember who that is. Pee-wee Dee. Oh, right. It's the Game Grumps bit.
Okay. Hold your horses. First, I've got a few questions of my own.
Wait, I need to see the plant. Charlie.
That's Charlie the houseplant. Okay, why does it have a name? You know, my hideout used to have a houseplant too. We called it Apollo.
I bet it was a cactus.
How'd you guess?
Because Polly's hair is just as spiny.
Hey, leave my hair out of this. I've had it since I was a baby.
And he has the prickly attitude to boot.
I better quit while I'm ahead.
Can I really just sit here and examine the whole office to show Dirk of just like, look at this place?
Huh, it sucks!
I will show you evidence that everyone just talks like PWD in this world. Plants are people in America?
Wild! In Karine, we just use them for forced labor. Pleased to meet you, little lady. My name is Dirk Sadmahi. I'm, well, a rebel by trade.
A rebel? But on TV they were calling you an insurgent. So, which is it? Personally, I vote for a rebel with a cause. A real headache for anyone in your way.
Trucy.
You got me there. I'm the head of a resistance group. The Defiant Dragons. We're like the good, the bad, and the ugly. But without the good part. You don't want to be saying that about your own organization. You at least want to think yourself as the good guys, because if you would openly say you're the bad guys, you invite a lot of people.
Do you think if Trucy had the horns, they would immediately find out they're related? Was that a forehead joke? I don't know.
In Karine, I'm like the boogeyman. A tall tale parents use to spook their kids straight.
That's too bad. I imagine a gay Karine girl would be nice.
Drucy?
Nothing. You seem like you'd be a fun, cool guy to hang out with.
Nice save. This little lady is a real catch, son. I'm talking bride material, if you get my drift.
No, not Dirk! No!
Twyla Boogeyman. Wait, what?
Oh, stop it! You're embarrassing me. No, I'm not leaning into that. Nope.
She's a plucky one, all right. Someone pluck me out of my misery.
Now, about that man who raised you business. Foster father. Even Apollo knows it. What did Mr. Dirk mean when he said that he's the man who raised you, Apollo?
The truth is, I grew up in the kingdom of Karine. Did I ever mention that?
Oh, so you grew up in Karine? Wait, are you saying you're not from around here, Polly?
No, it's just I was raised in Karine when I was really little.
I'm adopted?
Still, that's a shot.
Still, that's a shocker. It's like I hardly know anything about you.
The dev team when looking at the notes for Apollo. What? There's barely anything here. It's like we barely know him.
That's all it takes for Trucy to be xenophobic.
How come you never told me, Polly?
Apollo, you really haven't said a word about your past, have you? No, it makes for good content for whenever this shit happens. What? That I was raised by a wanted criminal? It's like a bad joke.
It does sound rather melodramatic. I doubt anyone would even believe you.
Shy Guy. You're infecting everyone with New Yorker. This is how Trucy has talked. She's always had a slight exaggerated drawl to her voice. She's always been like this.
So, you two haven't seen each other in a while, huh?
You could say that. I wager it's been at least 10 years.
You did it on Gayru too. I did that on purpose! Both of them! You just think everything sounds like a New Yorker. For Gayru, I was doing the drawl because it was supposed to be kind of like a California girl. Or something like that.
How old's Paulus?
He's like... I think he's like 23? That's not Valley Girl. I know, but that's New York. Everything sounds like New Yorker to you. It's not. So 13.
Wow, that's a really long time.
Yeah, well, I figured he'd forgotten about me. Not a chance! It's just, well... Starting a revolution takes time, and keeping it going even more so... And being a wanted man, I just couldn't hop on a plane to come say hello.
How old's Trucy? Like 18? So she was like 8. Trucy's 19.
I get it. It's fine. Though, truth be told, it's weird having Dirk suddenly show up acting all parental. I'd even almost forgotten about Karine. No, that's not true.
Show me again, please. You were on her for a frame. You didn't see it for that long? Look at her. Look at her face. See? 17. That's Athena. Ah. You said Trucian and pointed at Athena. You've really rattled my brain because it's like, wait, is all of my accents just New Yorker? I'm still reeling from that. Dirk's 45. Yeah, that is exactly 10 years older than Phoenix.
I probably tried to forget about it on purpose. Most people don't remember their childhood. Or is that just a trans thing?
What?
Nothing.
Now then, Mr. Dirk, what is it we can help you with?
There he is, 13-year-old Apollo. Not all of them. Aura was British.
What was that last thing?
That was a photo we saw from Phoenix's perspective, but of course, Apollo would know about that image because it was taken of him. But yeah, that was evidence that let Phoenix know that Apollo is related to Dirk. We've been running with Apollo being trans for like a year of playing these. Yeah, it's almost been a year of doing these. Very fun. There was just so many comments demasculizing him of just like, yeah, he's not as tall as a normal man. And it's just like, but he is a man. And he constantly would say, I'm just like, I'm a man. And it just fits. The idea of overcompensating the voice and just being super loud so no one noticed that it's not exactly perfect. We also had Emma transphobic. Tiny, but a man. Yeah. I don't remember the Emma transphobia, but if we ever have to, like, do a flashback bit for editing this, we're pulling it up now.
I need to get my hands on the Founder's Orb, the most secret treasure of Khura'in. Didn't you say you had it? Yeah, I was lying! That's where you come in.
The Founder's Orb?
Wait, but didn't you say you already have it in the broadcast of yours?
Don't go believing everything you see on TV, little lady.
I mean, her MB spouse abuses her, so she can... So you can blame her that much. Running bits are fun.
Liar, liar, pants on. Ah! No one's seen hide nor hair of the Founder's Orb for some time.
No way!
So that was just a bluff? What are you going to do if you don't find it?
I don't know. Guess that just means we have to find it, son. Because I can't really back down now, can I? Expanding my chest so much made me burp.
I like the picture of his bio dad behind his estranged dad. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that is him, isn't it? Is it? Wait, no. In the game, they said that was
Magnifique grammaire.
That was him when he was young. Yeah, because he's got the clover brooch. You can't trick me. It's over a picture of Mia. No! Don't say that! No! Mia is still remembered. There's Charlie. Mr. Krabs.
Different year, same old Dirk. It's all coming back to me now.
True. Hold on.
I think I read something about this in the newspaper a while back. Something about you guys stealing a sacred treasure from a temple's treasure room.
That's a load of crock. We didn't lay a finger on the orb.
Really?
Yes. Baseless allegations. All of it. Our enemy has really found a way to keep us on our toes.
Oh, so it's like a setup.
That's the long and short of it. However, my compatriot has been hot on the orb's trail.
Happy New Year! Happy birthday! I wish she's lay a finger on my 3 sets of orbs.
Huh? Okay, so there's eyes. Those are the only orbs I can think of. Everything else is just a dome.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
Oh yeah, there are ball joints.
And just the other day, his hard work finally paid off. We now know the Founder's Orb is in Kurine Village. Wait, Kurine Village, not Kurine. Kurine Village. Kurine Village? Yes! I hear there are spirit mediums there. They even have a direct relation with Kurine.
Spirit mediums. Right.
Did you say right or right? How do you know of right? You've met my friend. Some doctor of archaeology there supposedly has the orb. Please don't be don't be Leighton. That would add dangerous things to this.
Wait, had Maya's village always been the same-ish name as the country? Yes. Yes, it has. Yes, excited for my favorite character for this game. Although Gira's stuff's competition.
His name is Archie Bluff. My defiant dragon compatriot has already made contact with him. Apparently, someone asked the doctor to study the orb.
So whoever asked him to do that is the real thief?
Most likely.
And you think this guy will just hand the orb over to you?
My compatriot, Dats, says Dr. Bluff has already promised to do so. It seems he knew it had been stolen and wanted to do the right thing.
Dats. I remember running around with him when I was a kid. Jeez. So, he's there too. Huh.
Apollo, I want you to be present as my lawyer when I take possession of the orb. Would you do that for me?
I am so tempted to say no. I am so tempted to say no.
Ponder the orb.
If y'all are going to Kurine again, don't bring Maya again. Get someone killed. We get to pretend we're solving a thief again before we find a corpse. Hooray! Don't worry, Maya's not in this game. What a relief. I know, right? What was case 3 then? What was all that? What do you mean she's not in this game? She literally pulled up the spirit of a bot in me. Case 3 was Rafa slaying. Oh, so you didn't notice Maya was there. Okay. That was a bot in me? Are you okay, girl? Case 3? Because we just finished case 4. This is case 5. This is the last case. Case 3 has to be the second Kurine case. Because the very first one of the game was the one with Albi. The second case was Apollo with Trucy's murder. So third case has to be a bot Emmy. Maya died in an overdose in 2018. No! No, don't remember. Didn't happen. You need to let her go and move on. Doll, are you secretly Nayuta? Burger overdose. Fent-laced burger. Fuck you. Sorry for comparing you to them, but you're being a bit of a dick right now. So I just saw the resemblance.
Fine. But I'll charge my standard fee. Now, tell me about the Founder's Orb.
America has a fucking burger problem. People fuck burgers? I'm so glad I don't get mayo on my burgers now. I'm gaslight gatekeep girl bossing like Garu. Thank you very much. I think I touched a nerve with Doll. I am so sorry.
If I remember correctly, the Founder is always depicted as a faceless spirit medium.
What do you mean, faceless?
Images of the Founder, the Holy Mother of Khura'in, never show her face. To depict it is to commit the greatest taboo in Khura'inism. The greatest taboo, huh? I wonder why. I mean, what could she have looked like to make them hide her face like that?
That's not mayo. That's what I was saying. The Founder is always depicted as the Chad. To do the Soy Jack version would be real question. What's your question, soldier? What do you think Trucy puts in the guillotine? Probably fruit. Or it would be like a faked hand situation. She puts her arm through, chops it off. Oh no! And then pulls out her real hand. Even though just a second ago, her real hand was wiggling its fingers through the guillotine. There's several things you can use a guillotine for in Magic. It's just one of those like, ooh, dangerous ones of just like, ooh, look how dangerous it is. She might do like cut fruit for demo and then gut her hand for Magic. Yeah, it would be like, to show off this guillotine as real, here's an apple. I press it against the knife and ta-da! It's cut! I'm putting my hand to the guillotine. Chomp! Oh no, my hand is gone! Ta-da! No, it's not. Either the Holy Mother is absolutely beautiful or she's ugly as a kick in the nuts. My favorite magic trick. Standing on a ledge like, ooh, I'm gonna fall on you, look, danger. But, Jog, there's 2 rules to spirit channeling. And it's, you need to know their real name and you need to see their face. So the fact that the Founder does not have a face anyone can see means no spirit channeler can double check the Founder. Of just like, was the Founder even real? Does the Founder believe in what's going on right now? Because if they had access to that, you'd have the opinion of this person from long ago constantly there, because your whole religion is built on spirit channelers and the exclusivity that you can get by talking to the dead directly.
As for the Founder's Orb, it was discovered during an excavation 8 years ago, and has an interesting legend that goes along with it. It's said that there's a riddle to the orb, that any who can solve it will receive immense spiritual power from the Founder herself.
Leighton perks up.
A riddle? Yes. I must go at once, Luke. Oops. I accidentally said the thing.
Sounds like one big fairy tale to me.
Just so that way this is on record, I'm playing the Professor Layton games on DS, and to just keep my voices sharp, I have, like, gender swapped Professor Layton and Luke, and respectively, I have changed Luke to Lake. We'll maybe pull out those voices if I ever figure out how to play a Diaz on the stream.
In any case, it's just what us Defiant Dragons need to get our revolution started. With it, we can gain the spiritual power and thus the legal authority to rule Khura'in. Wait. Suppose I believe this legend, then anyone could become king or queen?
That's Obi-Wan. That's just Obi-Wan. I can help you with that if you want.
Maybe if I run out of this game, we'll think about, because it's a real ass 3DS. It's not an emulator.
Ah, that's why you think it'll help you overthrow the Khura'in regime.
Why not emulate? Because I have the physical 3DS. It's right there. The reason I don't emulate is because my Steam library has about 4 digits worth of paid games. But the 3DS is famously hard to record. I didn't buy the 3DS. It's my girlfriend's 3DS. She had it. She lets me play Layton on it, and it's really fun for us to do together. And I don't emulate because I have games in my library that I can play. I don't need to go and touch all the Nintendo stuff because I've got my own stuff. I don't care if you bought it. There's capture cards for 3DS. Okay. If you want to stream it, your best option is to emulate. You own it. Okay. What are you talking about? Okay, buy a capture card. The two comments right next to each other of why not emulate, but 3DS is famously hard to record. It's a bit rude. Just like, I just had it on hand. I didn't think about recording. I'm just playing it for fun. It's either emulate or the special capture card. We'll get there when we get there. I don't plan to play it right now. I got other stuff. Other stuff lined up for after stream. After these games. It seemed like you were suggesting streaming it. Maybe one day. But definitely not right now. I got other things planned. Truly, I thought you were suggesting it. That's what I was getting at. Yes. She was like... She clearly was. I said if I ever pull out those voices. Because I don't have to be the one playing Layton to do a reading of Layton. It could be someone else with an emulator or capture card. It is very lonely doing voices all by my lonesome in this studio.
Only the rulers of Khura'in have ever laid eyes on the orb, Apollo. A legendary treasure that bestows immense spiritual power. Doesn't that sound like something you'd want to see with your own 2 eyes? That does sound just a tiny bit intriguing.
The voices are your friends. I'd love to watch you play Prof. Layton, though. It's a puzzle game. I've specifically been looking at things I could stream after these that are less puzzle intensive visual novels,
Because there's been several times where we've been here for like 20 minutes or more just trying to do one puzzle. And that's just Layton. There's nothing in between the puzzles. So maybe if I get more confident in doing puzzles on stream with a lot of people watching me. I mean, the voice acting.
That should just about cover everything. Any other questions?
Not right now.
Ah, I almost forgot. I brought you a present. Eat up, son.
Sushi?
I figured you probably couldn't afford 3 square meals a day, so...
Yay! I was just thinking it was time for lunch.
You diggin' too, little lady. After all, we're practically family, right?
He has no idea. He truly does not. He said bride at you.
Yeah. I mean, how far is Karine from Alabama?
She has 8 girlfriends. She could get a husband in there. Just not Apollo. Never Apollo.
Thanks. Ooh, that tuna looks so good.
Riz only works on women.
This...
Why has the word salmon? Okay, salmon. I don't know why the word salmon broke my brain of just like, how do I say this again? Is it salmon? Salmon.
This salmon sushi's got my name on it. Are you hungry, son? This is some of the best sushi you'll ever have.
I'm good.
Oh, well, okay then.
We could stream with you, Ted. Kiri. It's a weird one. Salmon. The white in the Tower of... I'm not even going to try that word.
Okay then. Actually, I have one more present for you. Here.
What's this?
It's a picture of your father. It's been 23 years since he passed away.
Oh, get ready.
Huh? This is my father? His name was Jove Justice.
Jove.
I haven't talked to you about your real father in some time, but, as you know,
I did correctly say dead number 3. Because you're counting Phoenix as a daddy.
he was a musician. A wandering minstrel, if you will, and a talented one at that.
Oh, no. Wait. Oh, I get it. Yeah, because there is, in the timeline of peoples, Apollo is daddy issues incarnate. You don't say. That lends itself to the transallegory. Oh, no. But let's just use Archie as Phoenix's, not Phoenix, as Apollo's father, Jove. So, there's Jove, the actual father of Apollo. Then there is Trucy's mother. He also had a father figure, Starbuck. Oh fuck! How many dads does Apollo collect?
Why are you giving this to me now? I thought it was sad you didn't know what your old man looked like. I searched high and low to find that one picture. Hey, what's my Ace Attorney Sona still doing there?
This is the prosecutor. They've been here practically all game.
What's wrong, Apollo? Don't you want it?
I don't know. I mean, it's not like I ever met the guy.
Dirk wondering why Apollo's in America.
Well, I went through all the trouble of finding it, so go on, take it! And don't ever let it go. You hear? Never move on. You know Nayuta? Yeah?
That is the opposite of their mantra.
Motherfucker! Well, now that our bellies are full, what do you say we hit the road?
1 second. Hey, Trucy, any idea where Athena is?
She left early this morning to pick up Papa from the airport.
Oh, I almost forgot. Mr. Wright is coming back today. Hold on to your traumas, kids. Oh, Phoenix is back. You forgot to censor. Go quick, Swiss the costumes. I'm gonna.
Yeah, but I wonder why he cut his trip short like that. Anyway, shouldn't they have been back by now?
Knowing Athena, she probably got lost. Well, there's no point sitting around here, waiting. Let's get going.
I can't wait to see that super mysterious treasure.
To Karine Village, then. The Founder's Orb awaits.
Wait, Athena drives? Yeah, she's 19. That is American age. But she's... But she's Europe girl fail. That's probably why it takes her so long. Who can't afford anything. Wasn't 21? No. You can drive at 16 in US. Damn. Well, that was an interesting stream. We finished case 4, and now we're on to case number 5. It's the US. You have to drive. They make you.
Phoenix Wright is back in the land of America. And so he is out of his vacation garb.
Back in blue. And Apollo's just gonna have school days on. But now that I'm 1025, it's irrelevant. They had driving. Let me do the math quickly. They had driving 1007 years ago. You could drive a carriage in 1924. Yeah. Driving the horse. 7? Well, if you do 1025 minus 18, because that's the age that he started at, that means the rest of the number you get is the time spent after the driving, and it's 1007. Don't blame me, blame Kiri for not doing math. Smart Kitsune. My butt. You should have seen it. It was a wreck show. All right. Well, thank you all for showing up to the stream. I will be doing this again next week, Monday, noon PST. You can subscribe to the channel to get notified about when it's going to happen, and you'll be able to talk and chat, because I have it set that you need to be subscribed for at least 10 minutes so that way bots cannot get into the chat. Look how clean it is. There's a next week? Wow. What do you mean? Did I math it wrong? Is it on the 25th? No, it's on the 9th next week. What are you going on about, doll? I don't want AA to end, Sedge. I thought it was just 1 week. We get more than 1 week, you get every Monday's worth of content. And if that still doesn't satiate you, you can go and watch the previous episodes. I am so accommodating. But I've already watched them. Good job, Kiri. Good job. There's more than one Monday? Yeah? Is this your first day on Earth, doll? Am I a good kitsune? Yeah. Pat, 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 pat. It's my second. I had Sunday. Well, get used to Earth. We got a lot of Mondays. Alright. Thank you all for watching. Bye-bye.